How's that? Can you hear me now? Oh, this whole time. That's what. How many minutes of that? That's so many minutes of me not saying anything of any use. 2 minutes of silence. Rubbish. OBS, just not really sure what it's doing. Hi everyone. Look, it's a stream. It's a thing where we make a computer game appear on the internet onto people's laptops via the YouTube. It's a thing that people do. Yeah. Hi. Hi all. I was talking at the start and none of you could hear me. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back in our streamy world. Yeah, I was saying this place has a real location. This is the flag. And I'm not going to tell you all where it is. In the way that the Isle of Sodor has a relocation reel. I'm not going to tell you where it is until the end of the series. And you can all and don't try and guess in the Engineer Plays channel because I ain't going to respond. But it's maybe a little treat for you all to sort of second guess. But anyway, there's the flag. If anyone was curious, now there is audio. What's the sound balance like? Sound balance, all right. You did have nice background music. That's true. And then me in the background, a bit weird. What else am I going to show you? So, yeah, so the map. So you're well aware that this map exists. This is the online map you can all access. I actually don't. So Blobby Tables, I think is it Blobby Tables? Are you in charge of this? I don't actually like. I don't like this thing in the background because if I turn terrain off, I quite like it being. Oh no! If I turn satellite off, I quite like it being black without anything else going on. It's fine. Point being, you can go the link to this map in the video. So if you want to follow along, if you're never sure of the geography, dive in. But yeah, so you can go and do that. What I'd recommend is, yeah, some people struggle to navigate and keep. Yes, the railway map is a bit out of date now. But all the stations are there for the most part. So it's a tool that's good enough to get you navigating and finding where you need to be. So the map will be updated soon. It's just very time consuming and I don't have much of that. So it will get updated. Anyway, and also look, if you do this, it takes us to the place. Isn't that nice? Yeah. So yeah. So there we go. So that's that. But on top of that, I've been particularly recently, where I've been doing a lot of bus services down in the. Do you remember the CETIC, the South Eastern Transport Commission region? Well, as a result of that, I've had to do lots of bus. I've been doing lots of bus services, which I'll show you shortly. But yeah, as a result of that, it requires me to add lots of extra kind of little mini geographies around all the little towns. So lots of little toponymy going on. Which is nice. So as I have to name things, as I name a feature, whether it's a hill or a particular thing, I'm adding it onto here, sort of as an aide-memoire to keep some kind of consistency and canon consistency, but also because it's kind of nice. So you can see sort of all these different locations and the name of some of the places, and particularly as these towns are growing out. Some of them. So down here, you might remember we've got some towns showing their original extents. So the areas that are exceeding those original extents, I'm generally giving them their own kind of. It becomes a kind of a district with its own name, or part of the town with its own name. Yeah. So for example, we've got Gisborough here, and with its various sort of gates access. Oh, that's a mistake actually. I must have I've named that, and then I've not actually correctly. I've copied it and then not changed the name. Someone remind me of that in the Discord, so I fix it. Anyway. So that's interesting. Hopefully, possibly, maybe it's not interesting at all. Maybe you don't care. But that's there. That is a thing. What we're going to do... look, there's Raleigh. Look, there's Raleigh, Cleasby and Southbourne. So that's that. That's very nice and interesting. Lovely. The next thing is posters. Look at these wonderful posters that Lawrence has done. I love them. They're great. Look at these. Aren't they fab? So we've got... there's Bradshaw Shopping Sites History. We've got GNER there. We've got the BS&WR. And then we've got the Bradshaw Metropolitan sort of... brand name being used for the Metropolitan Services. I love these. They're great. Nice work, Lawrence. Absolutely love these. So, what else have we got? I don't know if that's it. I think that's everything. That's everything. Shall we? The only other thing I've got to get up is I need to bring up the. Let me just do this now in here and open this because we need to look at some data. Here we are. Oh. Actually, you know what? Let's not that version. What we're going to do is I'm going to delete what I just opened. I need to open another thing, which is in. Don't mind me just opening folders. Oh, where am I going to go? Going to drop into. I'm just trying to remember now where I've stored this random junk, working between computers. There we go, and there we are. That's the one. That's the one I want. There we go, good stuff. So, this is the statistics that we're going to be talking about. We've got stations and we've got lines, or services really. And we're going to go through, I'm not necessarily going to go through every single line in turn, but we are going to go through every single station in turn. And some of them we'll not really do much about. We'll have maybe just chat about it a bit. Others we might well do quite a bit on. We might do a little bit of remodelling, a little bit of tweaking here and there. Let's see. Yeah, some nice railway propaganda, as you say, George. Yep. Before we do any of that fun, though, we need to go in and... actually, I need to get my notes on my phone. Weirdly, my notes have worked my way. Yes, I will need to... Dean, I'll do that shortly. I need to click on this button here. Yeah, perfect. I've got notes. I'm not going to show you them because they're top secret, because some of them are future chronology reminders. But anyway, they're there so I can remind myself. And we're going to first talk about... Well, first of all, I need to go to OBS and I need to press this button. I mean, you've seen all this stuff. I'll go back to the stats shortly, I think. But firstly, let's go game face. And then let's get the game up. And that should now appear. Everyone's saying good lord. Firstly, bus services. So I'm going to switch. If I show you what we've been up to, switch all this off. I'm just going to show you bus services. You can see that there is now, if you remember how it used to be, there are now actually, see, annoyingly, if I do this, it doesn't hide the ones that get filtered, but anyway, never mind. Bus services. So these are all the bus services now that are within, and you can see that they kind of, once you get beyond, there aren't nearly as many bus services once you get beyond the SETC region. So you see all these bus services here. Okay, you can see all there's some freight ones as well, but so we've got, there's Ely, there's Gisborough, there's Kroll, hasn't really got much of a bus service, is kind of on the end of a regional one. There's Bridport, which is actually pretty large, Bridport. Stamford, and then we've got Ashbourne up here right at the top. Ashbourne's got its service. Kingston there, obviously served by trams, so that's why we're not seeing so much bus service there. Bodmin's got kind of decent bus coverage, and actually there's quite a lot. That's a lot of freight action going on. I think again you can see there's the tram services running in Bradshaw and Shildon, and then we've got buses down here as well, down in Liverpool, Ellesmere, and there's London and Maybury, and there's a new feature down here. So this is something we need to talk about, which is during the Depression, is that there were some fairly sizable public works going on, and indeed this is one example. What they've done is they've built a causeway to connect. And it's kind of a no-brainer really if you think about the geography of these two, particularly those who've got the map up. They built a causeway to connect London and Maybury over here. This will help, actually, if I do this right. This will help navigation for everyone. Yeah, London and Maybury, and they've actually built a causeway to connect them with a nice bridge there, so you can see, because there's no shipping that needs to go into this area. This is called the Wash. So there we go. So many buses, all out and about doing their thing. So first thing on my to-do list is one other thing. Actually, so many buses have appeared. So there's been a huge amount of bus investment, lots of new buses. And what I now need to do is go up here and show you, go up to Kroll, because, let me click on here. We have, so there used to be lots of individual companies that were all kind of associated with Kroll, but actually these are all now one company, which is Kroll Consolidated Construction Limited. Here it is, and they've bought up quite a lot of supply chain, and their plan is to just expand. They've bought up some other bits and pieces. So down, for example, in Morecambe, the steelworks down here is CCC Limited, and their plan is to continue to expand. We might see more things get gobbled up by Kroll Consolidated Construction. Kroll Consolidated Construction. I can tell the Dutch are in the chat because they're all saying reclaim the land, reclaim the land. Chill out, Dutch people. I know you're desperate to reclaim any land you possibly can, but it's not necessarily going to happen here. Right, so all the major land reclamation happened in the UK. With Dutch engineers did it, by the way. Back in like the early modern period, it was quite a long time ago. It was during, kind of in the midst of the agricultural revolution. It was indeed much more of a Dutch thing. Yeah, absolutely, Joseph June. So that's that. Once I'm going to be referring back to this quite a bit to make sure that I know what I'm doing, which is so the first. Okay, right. I'm waffling around a lot. It's 1933, isn't it? It's July 1933. we have some issues that I need to resolve first. So let me switch on signals and stations and trains as well. We're going down, before I progress anything time-wise, we're going down to fix some signalling issues on the Great Western, because there are quite a lot of signalling issues south of Shanklin, because we have some big crossovers and the signals have kind of been designed to ignore them, which frankly has been resulting in congestion. So, for example, these signals are kind of not well placed to deal with these crossovers. So we've got crossovers here, and they are just causing a lot of problems. So we need to signalise these. So rather than, they're just kind of within a block, which means that trains are sitting parked. So we've got trains sort of sat parked with their back end over the signals, which is no good at all. So we're going to go through and trying to work out whether I'm actually going to bin all of the signals or if I'm just going to do some spot re-signalling. Yeah. So that's fine. So it's one of these that is... No, that's fine as well. Let's just get rid of all these either side and then signal these properly. There. First thing I need to do is remind myself what direction everything's going. So it's down, up, down, up. Okay. So having kept that there, let's go in. Oh, yeah, let's pin that and then go in here. One way, yes, and place a signal. There we go. And another one to be placed here. Actually, maybe we want these to be placed sort of about the same location. I like that. That might be quite nice. Yeah, okay. So we've got those two. Now, this is going the other direction, so that... Actually, that's bi-die. Oh, that's a bit of... We don't... Do we want something to be running bi-die like that? No, we don't. That's interesting. So that's a bit of an issue. What have I got here? What is this one? Let's switch this onto this and see. Yeah, that's part of the issue. So that's coming from Flitwick sidings, running that way, but on its way back from Shanklin Victoria, it needs to be coming up to this signal here. Yeah. And then, presumably likewise, what's the other one? This is also doing the same thing. So from Shanklin Harbour sidings, it needs to be coming back. That looks more like it. Bi-die. Bad. So that's possibly explaining why I was getting some congestion earlier, actually. That could be part of the issue. We've also got this here is I need to do the same thing basically with this. In fact, let me do just that. So get rid of this and these, and then come back and re-signal these shortly. Yeah, those are fine. Maybe I need to right, so that's so let's just do that again. So that was add station. Yep. And there. That seems to be fine. That seems to be fine. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So that... Okay, we fixed that now. What was I? Blitzing some signals. So we've placed those two. Let's also place... that signal there, and likewise let's place... Where did I just put that? It's hard to tell because of the... There. I think that's right. Yep, good. So those now protected. And likewise, let's go down this way. This needs to be... kind of feel like this needs to be a bridge, doesn't it? So can we actually get that sorted? What is this? Is this a... Oh, it's all like urban. Can't now. I wonder if I can actually... 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I can do here. Some nice fretless bass going on. Now if I do this, yeah. So that's not gonna work. I need to have I need to set it up as the other type of bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now I've done that. Now. Can I get away with doing this? A bridge pier collision right there. Now, can I... Here we go. Now, come on now. Is that just absolutely refusing point blank for that to happen? Yeah, it might be. Okay, that's not so bad. Hello, thanks to the good folks at let's do that. There we go. Thanks to the good folks at who made this, whatever they're called, for reinstating the grassy part, because that's a necessary tool that's that I can't live without, frankly. Let's get rid of that. No, I don't play Roblox. There's only I only have so much time in the day, to be honest, and there are only so many computer games that I've got time to play. Let's get rid of that and that and that, and also let's get rid of that as well. Actually, you know what? Let's see now. Having done that, let's see if we can. Oh, that's quite nice. I like that. That's sort of more like what I want. Let's get rid of that. And then let's do, while we're at it, let's just grab a bit of mud and just marvellous. There we are. Problem solved. Bridge added. That helps because it allows me to not worry about the level crossing. Let's see. Signals. We're adding signals. Oh, what I need to do is do this and then pin this and then come back here, and that way I can see what's going where. So that's in there. Now I need to just pop a signal in for that other. Yeah. This here. So that's going that way. Then I'm going to protect that with a similar signal facing same way. There we are, and then do the same in the other direction, right? There, and now I can't have a signal there because I need to. That doesn't work, but I can protect. I can protect this here with a signal here. Yes, which is right. Now, is there a crossover here? No, I think that is correctly signaled. I think. Yeah, protecting that. So that's doing much the same thing. This can go here, there, like that to protect in that direction. What else? Let's see now. So that's going that way. Now, how big a gap do I have in this direction? Quite large. Put one there. Now, is that enough? So I've actually increased the size of the signal blocks there, but is that just going to provide me pain, or is it going to mean that stuff is going to kind of flight through there without too much interruption? Thoughts on a postcard. Is that enough? Do tell. It's getting warm in here already. Good grief. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? No, I'm not gonna do it now. I've got a nice piece of Aldi chocolate that I'm gonna eat in a minute, but I'm not gonna quite do that yet. Right, that's there. Oh, I'm vibrating here. So, having done that, okay, right. So that's that bit. I think there's some signal issues elsewhere that I need to resolve as well. So that is coming that way. Is anything coming along and interrupting that? Yes, I think that's fine. And that makes sure that nothing's getting in the way. I think that's all right. Thoughts on a postcard? Wait, watch this. There we go. Is that going to work? Oh, it didn't go into the chat. What's happened? I don't know how that worked. That's the first time I've ever done that on YouTube. New functionality, etc., etc. Oh, there it is. It's appeared. Cool. Let's leave that there. So that's one bit. Now, if I go this way, people are saying this is fine. Good, lovely. So that's that setup done. Let's move along a little bit. Let's get time moving. There we are. And we're going to go. Actually, we're going to go out this way to another area that I think has some issues, which is this line along here. Now, that seems protected to me, but this, there's already congestion going on. You can see it. This isn't right, so this needs resolving. You can see the issue. That's there. Yeah, okay, let's fix this problem. That's going to go that way. That's going to go that way. And that's going there. That is just going to be blocked there, so that's going to run through. It's a bit of a busy mess of a junction, this one, actually, isn't it? Really. And probably needs to just go there. So that's going to provide a bit of movement through there. I think there have been some issues because the signals were just sat. Yeah, that also might benefit from it being a signal there. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's all right. Yeah. That can probably go there. And just get rid of these two, actually, though. Maybe put... maybe I can put... There we go. There. Everyone's saying yes, that was fine. Everyone is saying yes, that poll was fine. 9 votes, yes. Okay, end poll. Well, that was fun. It's the first time I've ever done a poll. Exciting. That should fix that. Let's see what happens. Oh, actually, no, this could benefit from an additional signal here, actually. Yeah, there we are. But also, that looks to me to be too close. That to me looks like it could go back and block trains behind. So that's a bit of a re-signal we've just done there. I think this might make that work a bit better. I mean, the signalling in this whole area needs a kind of a pretty major re-signalling, but they're not bothering. The BS&W are trying to get away with it on the cheap because it's such a busy area of industrial lines around here, as you might have noticed. It's super busy. Actually, while I'm here, I'm already getting distracted. What freight have we got? There's a lot of freight around here, isn't there? So this is taking crude from here up to the oil sidings and bring it down to Southmont. So that's fine. This is taking... what is this doing? This is going from fuel sidings here up to there, dropping its stuff off at steerage, dumping its stuff there. It's a mixed traffic goods, isn't it? Yeah, that's mixed traffic. Okay, fine. What other goods have we got around here? Oh yeah, the tools. So this is just taking stuff from to there, and it's taking the timber to there. Okay, yeah. Nice. That's bringing extra timber in from somewhere. Actually, what could be interesting is if that then... is if Stevenage Tools Company actually started sending... So let's have a little think. Where's the freight here? Oh, they've implemented that back, so they've got the icons have come back. That's good. Our train held at that just deleted signal would only block a train behind it from diverging, but that train is now still held just further from the junction. Oh, thanks, Sakura. That'll be right. Tools are down this side. Okay. So let's... buildings. Actually, this... yeah, it keeps it on, doesn't it? So if I put one here and then another one here, how's that going to work out? Maybe another one here. Then if I go like this, and if I go new line, I'm going to go from Stevenage Tools to first to here, then to here, then to here, and then back. And this is going to be Stevenage Tools Company, Stevenage. Yeah, and it's going to be, what colour is it going to be? It's going to be whatever this greeny, oh no, there's like this greeny colour. Yeah, that looks right. So that's what they're going off that way. They're delivering to Stevenage. So I just now need to... have we got a garage? There's got to be a garage somewhere, right? Yeah. Yeah, so how many am I going to do? We're carrying tools, which are these. Let's go with 4 to start with. Maybe not even that. Maybe... yeah, let's go with 4 to start with. And we're going to put those onto Stevenage, the Stevenage delivery. Now I just need to maybe extend this a little. There we are. Now. Yeah, perfect. But what I actually want to do is I probably want to add... yeah, lovely. I'm going to swap these round. So I'm going to put the timber in 3 and I'm going to put this in 2. Because eventually I think what I might do is then have what... there's another tool. Tools also go to Orpington and Southport. So Southport as well. There we go. So my logic is that I'm going to then add some extra vehicles kind of going in from here and delivering tools to all the places around here that need tools. Including possibly Shanklin, actually. But anyway, for now, that'll do me nicely. Yeah, so that's that. Now we're going to go with... right, so that's... okay, so we're going to... the next problem we've got to solve. So I've just been spotting... I just did a simulation and ran this for 10 years and saw what caused problems. So I'm now fixing said problems. Going back to Lowestoft. We have serious issues here. We still have serious issues that are not working. It's just not working. So we need to work this out. And before we do that, there's something else we need to do, which is establish a new station down here. So let's do that first. And this station is going to be called... let me just check. Yeah. I presume... Well, I'll tell you what. We'll call it its thing once we place in the platforms. What are the platforms going to look like, and how is this going to function? So we've got... I mean, this is just 160 meters, so maybe... What do we want to do? Yeah, maybe we just do this. 1, 2, 3... Ah, dang. Of course that bridge is an issue. Let's... There we go, let's do that sort of thing. Passenger buildings. Let's keep this... What are they going to do? Actually, you know what? They're going to keep this super, super cheap and easy. Hey, what? Where's Misk gone? It's a bit weird. Oh yeah, there we are. Bit of a bug there. Misk not exposing itself. Let's pop these two in the middle here and here, and then also there we go. We need to bulldoze this bridge, and then also bulldoze this bit, and then reinstate. I'll go down here and add our track and our platform. There we are. Change this to this bridge type and see what happens when I do this sort of thing, which is it's not happy. Maybe what I need to do is flatten this out over here. Let's flatten this back out and then see what happens. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, that's worked a bit better. There. Okay, and why have we done this? There we go. There. Perfect, lovely job. Happy with that? Everyone else happy with that? Is that an ice cream van in the background? This bridge is only 1 episode old, yeah, but they have to rebuild a bit of it. Yeah, sad times. This is Patefield. There we go. GNER Patefield. There we are. And we need to just wire it in as well, don't we? So let's do just that. $30 and $30. Oh damn it! I just realised it's got stupid OLE, hasn't it? Random section of. There we are. Fix that problem. So do you remember what used to be here? It used to be an industrial building, and now that's long gone, and is now long grassed over and disappeared. It's now a nice. There, that's more like it. And then ditto, let's see if I can... Yeah, nice. There. Yeah, that's quite nice. That'll do. Ah. Quite pleased with that. There. Happy days. There it is. What's going on here then? This needs to be a thing. Oh, actually, it could probably be there. This is a bit weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's because can I? No, I can't. Oh, whatever. So there we go. That's Pakefield now included. What trains are going to pull in here? So we've got while I'm here. Let's just not the expresses stopper. We've got Bradshaw Lowestoft stopper. This stops everywhere. And then on the way back from Lowestoft. There we go. Bradshaw to Stratford stopper. I presume, yeah, Melksham. There we go. And then back, yeah, Lowestoft. There, and then the Bury to Raleigh. These are long distance services, good grief. So that's going to be one there. And there we go. Melksham. There. Extra services added, lovely. So we've got, oh, you know what? Let's, do we want to add, you know, I think maybe this is a little unrealistic. I think they might have had we'll plan that back in a second. I think they will have had a station building on one side, this new station, because they want to encourage people to come and use it. So I'm thinking, yeah, nothing too snazzy. There, that's nice. Now I can, you know what, I might even, yeah, no, that's fine. There, we've got the wonderful music of Clear Skyscrapers playing away in the background. There. Just correct this. There we go. Oh, that's probably need to tidy up this as well, because this is... can probably... Let's go in here. Just tidy this up to make it a bit more like it's an actual station entrance. There we are. Good. Is that a random tree? Oh no, it's a tree on the road. I'm not going to demolish that. There we go. Yeah, it's a shame they don't give you like a shack option, but you know, they've built this Pakefield looking very smart and grand. Just a bit of access into the city, and actually it's serving kind of the old town here. There we are. Lovely. That's not bad. A bit of access now. Do we have any? While I'm here, do we have any stations near? Any like little? No, not really. So if I get the tram line up, any tram lines go nearby? They don't really, do they? Ah, but one of the tram lines sort of terminates down. Let me do that. It runs a bit quicker. This one comes down. So which one is this one? This is the Old Town, and it comes up here. Maybe this one can have an additional stop, which will add just an additional connecting stop to add here. And then I need to do this and have catenary. Do this and this and this, and then probably this as well. Just so there's a bit of operational flexibility. Old Town. So that comes up to Highfield Road. Add this, and there we go. Okay, I seem to have exhausted the game's imagination in terms of naming, but never mind. Having road intersections at not straight angles when possible bugs me. No, they had angled intersections at the time. Yeah. If it really is pestering you, then we can do... Not everything was gridiron, far from it. Yeah. Tram track. There we go. What was that? So that's coming in at that angle. Let me just do a center line to there. And then I'll do this. There. How's that, Gregors? Is that fixing it up for you? Anyway, I think that's still quite nice. Yeah. Right, this is that's Pakefield Station. There we are. So extra stop on the tram service for them. Marvellous. What time is it, by the way? I'm coming off... Are we doing this for 45 minutes? Good grief. Where did that time go? Right, so the resignaling. So that's... Okay, that's all for fine and good. That sent us through here, but it doesn't resolve the issues we've got with trains coming. So, for example, the Bradshaw to Lowestoft Express, which is just a two-stop express, gets caught here so often. Now, is there anything we can do about it? For example, do you think if we got rid of that signal, would it allow stuff to fly through, or would it just end up prioritising other things? What can we do here? Let's see. I don't know what's happening what is happening in Eastern Europe at the moment. I've been working all day, so I haven't kept up to date. Yeah, Gregors. Yeah, I know what you mean. We do have intersections to rebuild. Yeah. I get what you mean. It's something that bothers you because they happen, but there were loads of them around at the time, and they're a pain in the backside to. Although to be fair, they're good for road users. I mean, for non-car users, dodgy angles are better because they slow cars down. So, I just don't really. So I don't think we're going to fix this time. But what I want to do is, we need to have a solution to this. In that, I'm going to do an image of this, and then the track layout. What are we doing to fix this? You can see the signals here. You can see there we are. There's a nice screenshot for everyone to do your screenshots on the Discord. Oh, my face is actually in front of some of the signals there. That's not good. Let me get rid of my face momentarily. Oh, that doesn't work. I need to do... Oh, you're going to have silence from me for a moment. There, I'm back, and you've got my audio back. Yeah, I think you see what I'm trying to point out. So, Discord people, see how we're going to fix this, because we need to fix it, because it's causing headaches, and the express services just keep getting caught, and it's not really working. So, do we actually need to? How are we going to fix it? How are we going to fix it? You know, this is the signal arrangement going through here. What's the way to solve this problem? List all services using the junction. Oh yeah, I can. I can slow scroll through these. So we've got 5 express services. There we are. There we go. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freight services. Oh, actually, sorry, some of those. These 2 aren't. So we've got 1, 2, 3 freight services going through. Yeah, 3 freight services. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stopping and suburban services running through. How's that, everyone? Lots of conflicts. So there you go. Have fun with that. If I click this, that should give you the full list, right? Oop, there we are. There's the full list, except ignore the ones over there. If I zoom in one, there we are. This is the full list of services. There. Happy days. Right, everyone happy with that? Team, go. I don't want too much track rearrangement, so best of luck with trying to get it to work. I think a bit of resignaling and a little bit of, yeah, a little bit of, yeah. Anyway, right, I'll leave it to you good folks to work out. Yeah, if you want details, so on this, one of my pinned tweets is the latest data spreadsheet, which has the information on what those services that I've just shown you up on screen, what those services actually do, so you can check. So we've kind of done that. We've kind of done that. So we're going to start our stations check, and we're going to start with two different stations. Two stations that are anomalous for the fact that they appear to be functioning perfectly, or at least within normal parameters. One of those stations is, let's get moving. One of those stations is Maghull Midland. This station is functioning within normal parameters, and I'll explain what I mean by that briefly. Yeah, you can put new S and C in, but just not new track alignments up and lower stuff, by the way. So this is Maghull Midland, and the other station that, to my mind, is operating within normal parameters, weirdly, is Shanklin Victoria, also working kind of fine. It's got decent enough numbers coming through to justify its size. It's blah 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 blah. Look at this busy city, busy Shanklin. Lovely. While we're here, let's go and have a look at the buses that we've just unleashed upon there. Actually, if I switch all this off and just put the buses on, how are these buses doing? Are they on the move? We're getting there. It's a bunch of... It's so annoying, I agree with you all, it's so annoying they don't have one more double-decker, they don't have a route master. It'd be so nice if they did have a bunch of route masters. There we are. So, look at this. They're getting there. They're working their way out. What's this coming through here? So it's a freight train hammering through. I mean, these services are all... Yeah, this looks fine enough. There's some waiting passenger services. It's not... Is it catastrophic? That doesn't appear to be catastrophic. These aren't buses. These are just these lorries going around. So those are the two stations that do work. Now I'm going to pause this and go back to our stats. So miniaturized face down here. I'm going to go over here, and I have a list of different things we're going to look at per station. The first thing we're going to do, and as I do it, I'm going to mark off each station as we kind of get through it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at utilization, which is utilization is above 200%. So utilization here is a simple, it's sort of largest to smallest, simple enough equation. It is just it's the number of tracks divided by the number of stopping services. So if you've got, for example, if we're down here, if we've got the same number of services and... Where are we? Let's go find one that's 100%. Yeah, if you've got the same number of platforms and services, you get 100% utilization. If you've got too many platforms and not enough services, then you get less than that utilization. And that might be sensible in some cases. Like, for example, a lot of the metropolitan services have two platforms and theoretically one service, even though it's twice, calling twice. Let's see. So we're going to look at all the where they're like doubly overutilized. So we're going to look at 200% or more. So we're going to look at these stations to start with. Let's see. So we're going to just to say that I've done it. I'm going to put them into this nice, actually this orange color to say that we're going to start looking at these ones. So we're going to start. The most overutilized station is Nottingham. It has 11 services and only 2 tracks. What we're going to do is check if Nottingham is cramped. Going to go to Nottingham, we're going to check it's crammed, and then I'm just going to work through all of these stations in turn. I'm going to go through each one and just look at the ones that kind of meet this parameter of probably rammed. So let's go back to there, and then press this button. We go into Nottingham. I'm also going to press what we're going to press to make this nice and clear. We're going to get the name of our towns up, and then trains, and then signals. That's probably just about. Oh, and the stations themselves, yeah. So we're going to Nottingham, which is this way. There's Nottingham. And Nottingham Station. So it's pretty busy. I mean, yeah, there's 115 people waiting to get this stopper between Shildon and Lowestoft that's heading to Dawlish Junction next. Is this horrendous? Is it working? Is it not working? How many services are actually coming through? Are there the expresses are hammering through? To me, it kind of looks like it is working. Strangely. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Also, while I'm here, can I put another building at the other end, do you think? I'd benefit from it because it would mean that the building... Oh, it's fine, it's fine. I don't know what else we could do here. I don't think we could achieve anything extra here at all. What am I witnessing? What is this? What has the game done here? Why? Why has it done this? Very weird. Quite spectacular bit of... Oh dear. Okay, well, we won't worry too much about that. Platform in the middle? I don't think so. I think we haven't got the space. This is... So basically, we're going through and confirming whether stations are stuck or not. You know, if there's something can be done, we'll do it. If there's not something that can be done and it just kind of is what it is, then so be it. In this instance, I think it's kind of working because there's stuff... Well, we'll see. So the number of times that a thing... Yeah, exactly. It's too constrained for any major work. The number of times that I think... Oh, we've still got the old station building here, actually. That's nice, isn't it? A little hint to the past. I presume it's just being used as like the parcels office or something now. Anyway, so that's Nottingham. I don't think there's anything extra we can do at Nottingham. It's pretty busy. It doesn't seem to cause... There's not like a huge queue of trains either side. These things seem to be... I mean, yeah, there's not a huge queue of trains either side. I mean, things are kind of flowing. They are flowing. That, I tell you what, does look like though. That could do with an extra signal there, couldn't it? Just, or is there a cross? There's no crossover there. It kind of does look like it could benefit from an additional signal. There. Yeah. And indeed, probably another one here as well. Yeah. Are these all semaphores? Yeah, they are. So there's just a couple of random coloured light signals there. Oh, we won't worry too much about that, but yeah, that makes sense. So that's gonna that helps a little bit. Nice. Okay. Nottingham. Right. The next station we're going to is Harrogate Victoria. This is Harrogate Victoria. Now this is a... Not only is this a very busy station, but it is a station that is hopelessly... I mean, it has no through platforms, which means that anything stopping here is causing a lot of cloggage. This station just isn't working. It's just not working at all. So we need to expand it. It needs to be... They need to demolish the old buildings and expand. So let's do that. Let's do it. Yeah, Gregors, I think the issue with 120 people waiting for the service... We'll come back to it, because there's another... So if you want an idea of the things we're going to go through... we're going to be looking at stations with utilization above 200%. We're going to be looking at stations with a peak waiting of, like peak number of passengers waiting for one service of over 50. So it'll appear again, and what I'll do is then think about the services that's causing to happen. Stations with an annual usage of less than 100 passengers. So we'll look at the least utilised stations and understand whether they need downsizing or whether they can be got rid of altogether, changed with another station nearby. Closed with another station nearby left open. Stations with a relative cost that's above 100%, I'll explain that shortly. Stations with a cost per passenger of $200 of 200 archipelago dollars, we'll come to explain that momentarily as well. And then also stations with minimum platform lengths less than... So all the short platforms, we need to double check that they're all not causing any problems. So that's those are our list of things to do. So let's continue on this one, because there's quite a few for us to get to. We've got 28 of these to go through. So let's have a look at Harrogate Victoria. Harrogate Victoria needs work doing, basically, doesn't it? Let's face it. So let's... I mean, the thing is, this whole station is just going to get bulldozed. It's a pretty major bit of work. The building's gone. Total destruction of the existing building. Yep. pretty dramatic stuff. There we go. Now, why is this not? Lower Harrogate, my bottom sacks. Right, that's there. Now, platforms. There we go. Now, let's see what we can do in terms of the building that then sits in behind this. Shouldn't this big review station? No. The railway companies were constantly reviewing how cost effective. Through the 30s, they had to get competitive. You know, the railways were. This isn't like the railways were constantly having to have their use evaluated, given that they were competing with. Let me just, there we go, MISC. It seems to appear and disappear. They were competing with road and air, so they needed to get good. They needed to be absolutely on it. There we go. Put yes, you and you and you and you, and plastic building. What are we going to do? And another one here. There, let's just a little bit of stylishness there, a little bit of an architectural flair, let's say. Actually, I suppose I could swap these two round. Have my architectural flair. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll look better. Yeah, there we are. So that's that. This is obviously Harrogate Victoria, which hopefully means that all this is now working. It isn't. It's really got very confused. So all those services have gone to absolute hell. Not least because they're not connected to anything, so I need to actually wire them in. So let's do that. Oh damn! Of course, it's going to involve a bridge reconstruction. Oh, maybe it isn't. It is. That, yeah, it is. So, okay. Oh god, how am I going to get this to work? Because my experience of bridge building in this map is that it's chaos in the middle of towns. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Let's see what let's see what I can do here. Let's build the station access first. Yeah. I mean, I could have actually extended the station further this direction, I suppose. Could have been a thing. Oh, that's going to be expensive demolition. Oh, there. It's gone. They've done it. They just did it. We're going to need that to go there, and then this to go. Yeah, okay. Those two signals there and there. Now let's go back to the road and try our very best to re-establish this. See if it works. No. I mean, that did work. Yeah, okay, I'm taking that. Run away. Run away! So there we go. I could get the track under the bridge without demolishing it, but it would have been a gauge infringement, which would have irked me. I would not have slept at night had I left it that way. That's that. That's that. There we go. So is that going to help? Let's. Oh, also we have to go through each of these services that's here. So the ones that are broken. Oh, let's just go through them here because this will help. Manage line. Okay. Is this now going to work too? Yeah. There go. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I'm trying to work out. Whether I'm fixing it or whether it's rearranging things elsewhere. Hopefully, it's just going to solve this problem. It's a lot of 2s I'm seeing there. I'm hoping. There we go. What about this one? This won't actually fix. I mean, you might notice this won't actually build tram tracks on that bridge. I built tram tracks on this bridge. Oh, I did, didn't I? Thanks, everyone. Let me click here and then go manage line. And then click this button. Then click here and click manage line and then click this button. I think that's us. So this is not it's not going to actually help our utilization situation, but it might help with some congestion through this area. Now, Harrogate Bay, we're going to come to Harrogate Bay in 2 stations time. Okay, so first of all, we're there. That's Harrogate Victoria. I think that might have helped quite a bit. That should have helped solve some problems. Let's click here and click ballast, and then do this. There. Thank you, and thank you. Reballasted for that. So there we go. Harrogate Victoria. Bit of dysfunction of these might be a bit confused. Are they confused? No, thankfully they seem to be just getting on with it. I'm very glad. Actually, you know what? Let's do Harrogate Bay while we're here. This is bonkers. There's clearly bonkers stuff going on here. I mean, not least the lack of platform canopies is uncivilized. So let's get some platform canopy in. There we go. But now this, I don't think we need to just check how many services are on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is a lot of services stopping. Maybe we need to get the longer distance services not stopping here. Maybe that's the way to solve this problem. In fact, that's exactly what I think we'll do. So let's just click in here and go in to see. Oh my god, there we are. So we've got Droitwich to Frome. I think we're going to get rid of Harrogate Bay off there. And likewise at the other end. Here we are. So these services will just stop at Victoria. Likewise this one, Harrogate Bay. Let's get rid of that off there. And there's some trains coming through. Oh, no, maybe the other end. There we are. The reason this is going slowly is because these lines are very long. These are very long lines, which is why this is a stopper. I'm going to get rid of this one as well. How do I get to... yeah. And then we're just going to rely on these. Stopper Shildon to Frome. Ditto. Let's get rid of these. So that should mean most stuff will flight through here, which should stop. Should help the utilization issue, and it should also help with some of the congestion through here as well. Harrogate Bay. And let's do the same again. Don't know why I whispered that. A bit creepy. Now that just leaves us with our suburban services, which can indeed go through Harrogate Bay and stop. There we go. A piece of this. Is that a lot of passengers all running off? I think these are all passengers who are like, they look at them, they're all like, oh, what? You've told us to leave. Fine. We'll take our business elsewhere. Suggest extend Harrogate Victoria platform loops through nearby junction to allow some additional parallel movements. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Could do that, couldn't I? Good idea. Let's do just that. And yeah, could also do that beyond as well, couldn't I? So if I do this... let's have a look. So yeah, actually if I get rid of this signal, I need to get rid of that, and then pop this... pop that there, then pop the signal back at the very start, then... just need... there. There we go, that's that crossover in, and then... go. So that's going to provide some ability for maneuvers there, and then ditto on the other side. Actually, going to do just exactly the same bit of geometry. I'll move that signal as well. And yes, I will need to do a bit of re-signaling once I've done that. So probably, well, I can definitely do it to this far. And then also pop that out to here. Yep, so that balances nicely. Let's have a think. Now that, yeah, that's quite good. So that should run that way. So it does enable some parallel moves, probably allows a little bit of additional flexibility. Let's pop that there. And that's actually that. So then the only then question is, how long is this signal? Oh, it's not hugely long. What about how long's 160? Oof. Okay, so it's long enough that I can do this. Which should allow me to have... Oh no, it's not really off the back. Probably need to run a bit further, don't I? Yeah, okay, I'll run a bit further. Let's just run it. Let's just run it all the way as we can up the hill. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. Oh, I went a bit far. That's annoying. Let's go from here. In fact, I know I'm going to need to delete this signal anyway. So let's do it from here to 40. 40. Now. There. I think that's not bad. If I get a building in there, that does mean I've still got 160. Yeah, okay, I'm alright with that. Traffic jam on the road at the top of the screen. Yeah, there is, yeah. It'll work itself out. Is that now all slick and happy? Yes, in theory. Nothing's actually going that way along there. I suppose I need to get the stoppers. Which stopper? Yeah, this stopper. Okay. Harrogate Victoria, then add station. There. And then this side is the other side, Harrogate Victoria. There we go. Sheldon to Peru. You can see these are very slow. Even my lovely, happy computer is still struggling. Other side. It's because they're very long services. Very long services. They go along a megalomaniac map. There we go. And then Shildon Lowestoft. Ditto. Harrogate Victoria. Add station. Click on Designal. Happy days done. That's that. Now what we're going to see, if I click here, let's click on it, there we go. Now, this stuff is doing that, good. So I don't need to handhold the ones coming the other direction by the look of it, they're doing what they need to do automatically. How's that? Is everyone happy with that? Mark Townend, good shout. Thank you for that. This is now quite... That should make quite a big difference, I think. Bit of additional breathing space through there. Fewer trains stopping, getting in the way here. That'll help. Then things open out a bit, and then you get the forward tracking, and so that should help us a lot. Okay, so next on our list, we're going from Harrogate all the way over to Shepshed. Here's Shepshed. So this station is problematic on a number of levels. It's too short. It's locked in by 2 level crossings that there's no road that you can't build a level crossing on, and it also doesn't have an entrance on one side. So we can possibly fix the entrance problem. How can we do that? Let's just do a really quick, cheap. Yeah, it's an industrial building. Those will move. Let's do a really quick, cheap, and nasty connection like that, and then there we are. Let's just do this. There we go, and. There. So that provides a bit of access. So that's a slight upgrade to Shepshed, but it's not actually solving our problem, because I don't think there is anything we do to solve our problem, unless we maybe drop some of these stoppers out of this journey. Maybe so some more fly through. How many services are flying through here and how many are stopping? Most of the services through here are stopping services. Are there anywhere we want to skip stop Shepshed? What do you think? Skip stop Shepshed. Let's make this one not stop here. This is, yeah, let's do that. So the GNER one's not going to stop there. Shildon to Froome. That's a long old journey, isn't it? Good grief. Yeah, let's skip stop this one. That's a long journey. We'll just do the local. Oh, anyway, let's go. Yeah. What else we've got? Leighton to Lowestoft. Yeah, so the Leighton ones can all stop here. Fine. Droitwich to Froome. Let's get rid of that. And there we go. That'll solve some problems. And then the local services make sense for them to stop. Those local services to stop here. Southport, Froome, and then Froome, Orpington. Yeah, they both make sense to stop here. There we go. So that's that's fewer services stopping. Maybe do we want to actually get all of this just local trains to call at Shepshed? Maybe. Is that? See, I mean, it's a fairly sizable place, but I don't know how. I presume it's because it's fairly well located, but I think that might change. The connections presumably are going to drop away now that those services aren't calling here anymore. Again, there's not really much can be done. There was discussion for a while about foretracking this whole stretch of the former Great Western Main Line, but to no avail. Jen on the move is here. Hi, Jen. Right, next station. So we looked at Harrogate Bay. The next station is Bridport. Now, Bridport is over here in the Midland Valley. What can we do about Bridport? Again, I don't think there's anything we can do about Bridport. All the services, so it used to be that services called at these two platforms, but they don't do that anymore because this station is now being used to basically pull stuff off all the fast. You can see all the rich colours there, the dark red are all the expresses, and they're just hammering it through. hammering it the other way through Bridport, and this is basically tucking all the stopping services out of the way to try and keep everything moving fast. So, for example, is this there's just a local service, or a regional service, Kingston to Paignton. Do we have any express services inbound that are going to fly through here at Lick? No, actually we don't. Presumably because everything's full. There's an express service, Bradshaw to Mike Hull. It's all quite quiet over here. This line is looking kind of weirdly quiet. See, this is our new junction we built the other day. It's nice. So, Bridport, in terms of overcapacity, I don't think there's anything we can do. Next station, we're going to Dorchester. I need to keep an eye on the time, by the way. We're going to Dorchester. Where are we? What am I doing? Dorchester. Where is Dorchester? Where is Dorchester? Dorchester Great Northern. Oh, yeah. Dorchester, here. So Dorchester is November 1933 already, crikey. Dorchester Great Northern. So there's Dorchester Town, which, by the way, has very short platforms. I don't know how on earth it's managed to have such short platforms for such a long time, but anyway. Here is Dorchester Great Northern. It's only got 2 platforms, and it's not got flanking platforms, so the trains that stop here cause everything else behind to have to wait. Is there anything we can do about that? Do we want to put through platforms? The thing is, I don't think... I don't think we can. I don't think we've got the space for it, and I don't think there's the appetite for the... I think Dorchester are going to campaign against it, because they like their old... Or maybe they don't care. What is this, 1933? I can imagine the local antiquarian society getting upset at the idea of... bulldozing the original, because this is original. Actually, this is later stage. This was quite a late built station, wasn't it? Who's got the map up? When was this station built, folks? I think this station is on the map. Tell me when the map was built. Hi, gentlemen. Brief visit. Well, we're going through some stats. We're kind of aiming down for the. We're getting there. So this is Dorchester is very, very overutilized. Lots of services. Although it doesn't seem that congested. I think it's not too bad. Just the trains queued up behind. Again, not too bad. Oh look, this I think this is, yeah, this is a stretch of line that's just not got any, doesn't have any services on it anymore. They built this chord up here. Yeah, they built this chord, which now means that this bit of line is essentially redundant. And yeah, there we go. Nice. So, yeah, as you can see, if you go down here, it's kind of a bit overgrown, not so well used anymore. Lovely. Town was in 1857, but this is Great Northern. 1907. Thanks, everyone. So it's quite a late Great Northern station. 1907, quite late on. But still, it's a pretty fine example of Great Northern Railway architecture. These sort of 3 grand halls with the connecting buildings. Yeah, I quite like that. A bit of station architecture. Anyway, I digress. I don't think there's anything to do there. Let's move on to the next one. Right, we're going all the way down to Bradshaw for the next one, because the next one on the list is Oldwood Junction as an overutilised station. And Oldwood Junction has serious problems. It's got huge numbers of people, just 259 people waiting here for the Bradshaw to Stratford stopper. That's bonkers. That's so many people, and they're all wanting to go to... Weirdly, these are all people wanting to go to Bradshaw. So they're arriving, presumably off the southern services, and wanting to go to Bradshaw Great Northern, and then they're not being catered for. Which then kind of begs the question, well, what... So they're all going to Bradshaw. So it's all people wanting to go to Bradshaw. Yeah, so we need like a high capacity... Maybe we need a shuttle service that runs in, terminates, runs out again. Would that work? If we put like a shuttle platform... Could we get that to work, maybe? There's a lot of people waiting to go the other way, basically, to go back to Bradshaw. I presume because they're getting off the southern. What can we do about it, though? Other than, yeah. Gregor's is saying either way it's of a dying breed. Yeah, we've just demolished another, because we just demolished another older type. So not real stuff. There's no spreadsheet. Oh, do you want me to show you the spreadsheet, Jen? Wait a minute. Let's go to OBS. This is the spreadsheet. Here it is. This is the spreadsheet. Oh, let's have my face involved. Yeah, this is the spreadsheet. So we're looking at this list so far. We've gone through So we've gone through these. We're now at we're at Oldwood Junction. So we've kind of done these. I don't know what all these colours are going to mean. I've not really decided yet. Let's colour these pink. Let's go for light blue. My friend, that is not light blue. Let's go for light blue anyway, though. There we are. So we're on Oldwood Junction now. And as you can see, it's pretty heavily utilised. It also has, like, pretty heavy usage. And, oh, if you want to see the most used stations, by the way. Top 10 most used stations. What's that? Count 10. In order, we have... Number 1 most used station is Kingston Central with nearly 2,700 passengers. Second is Oldwood Junction. Third is Lowestoft. Fourth is Haverhill. Fifth, Stratford Joint. Sixth, Hendon Central. Seventh is Wakefield Great Northern. Oh yeah, these all make sense as being really busy stations. Paignton Central is 9th. Bradshaw Central is 10th. And Blackpool, weirdly, Blackpool is 11th. Which is really strange. Layout is not... yeah, this sheet is a thing of beauty. Anyway, what we're doing, we're listing this by utilisation, largest to smallest. We're working our way through this list. Hey, wait, what? Why is Oldwood Junction moved? We were doing it by utilisation. Have I changed some numbers or something? Oh, anyway. I don't know what I've done there. I broke it. I must have reordered it somehow. Who knows? Anyway... Oh no, it's because there's similar numbers and I've rearranged something else and it's changed where to put it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oldwood Junction. I think we're a bit stuck. I don't know if there's anything short of fitting a shuttle service in. If we were going to do it though, where would we? There's no chance of like a turn back. I just don't think. What happens to those people? Do they vaporize or do they go and try and catch another service? Do they like go and try and catch a tram? Seem to be... Oh yeah, lots of people are getting the tram from this. What about this one? Yeah, lots of people are getting these trams. Now, are all these trams rammed? Rammed. Oh, that's going the other way. Wait, are these arrivals or departures? Loaded. Yeah, okay, so more people are leaving and heading into town. Okay, right. Oldwood Junction is going to continue to be a nightmare, basically. I don't really know what else we can do other than... Yeah, I'm just not sure. What can we do? Increase the size of the trains coming through? What's this? This is Bradshaw to Paignton. I think they're up there, aren't there? Isn't there a suburban service coming through? Isn't there a GNER suburban service? Right, I'll tell you what we can do is let's manage these vehicles. Let's update these. So we've got let's see. Let's shove one of these at the front. So let's do this. And then let's get this up to 160. Let's just get some long trains in. Yeah. So it's currently that length. We're doing it. We're swapping it out. Because then hopefully that maybe will saturate some of the... that'll hopefully saturate some of the issues. Yeah, okay. Right, next we're going to Paignton Midland. Paignton Midland, another station that's moaning about utilisation. I don't know if this is a... Let's go have a look. Is it rammed in both directions? Absolutely heaving. It doesn't look too bad to me. Quite busy, but not too busy. So if we, let's go down here. Seems alright, to be honest. So from a utilisation perspective, not an issue. Haverhill. Well, we all know this is going to be a nightmare. We all know that Haverhill is a challenge. Stuck out like a sore thumb. Let's go down here and see. We've got a lot of services coming through here. It's not actually, there are no like blue lines saying this is getting full, which again should flag up here as a yellow, shouldn't it? There should, like, if you've got that happening, I wish it would flag so you actually know it's happening rather than to go and have a look. 4 to 10 carriages, big change. Yeah, I'm hoping that maybe I'll swing it so that everyone will start piling into those, so when one turns up, they'll all jump into it. That's my hope. The Bury to Kingston, what's that doing? Ah, everyone's waiting for that one on their way to Rugeley Central. There we go. Okay, so there's not much we can do for Haverhill from a utilisation perspective. Chesterfield Great Northern. Interesting. Chesterfield Great Northern. Now what's happening? Why is this... It's pretty even spread, I think. Yeah, there's a pretty even spread of... I mean, okay, the services... The platforms in which the services are in makes 0 sense at all. Is there anything I can do to sort that out? That might be helpful. Because that could... like, for example, do we want to put all of the... yeah, let's try and sort that out. So, we've got number 5. Yeah, okay, maybe that... Will that work, or will that just make a mess? 2 to 4. So 2 into 4. Put you in 4. You in 4. There we go. 3 into 5. 3 into 5. 4 into 2. 4 into 2. And 5 into 3. Oh, wait. 5 into 3. Yeah. Okay, there we are. So there's only one express actually running through here, and it's going to be up there, and it hopefully is not going to see much congestion. That's a bit neater, so I feel that's sensible. There we go. Keep me right if I'm screwing things up, by the way. Dawlish Junction. Ah, interesting. Dawlish Junction. You remember where Dawlish Junction is? We're whizzing all around the map, by the way. Dawlish Junction. Let's see. I'm hoping we're going to finish these today. This list. Where am I? Gisborough. Dawlish Junction is here. Now, ooh, crikey. Okay. Wowza. Does everything need to call at Dawlish Junction? That's the next question, isn't it? I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does. We've got an express that's calling here. Shildon to Leighton. It's a bit random. Shildon to Leighton. I'll trust that it's calling here and that it makes sense to do so. Why? It doesn't make any sense to be doing that. Oh, lots of express services are whizzing through here without stopping. But one of them is stopping. Ah, it's because it's going through here. Okay, no, that's fine. That makes sense. That's why that's doing that. Fine. Local services, fine. That makes sense. That makes sense. But is it worth perhaps excluding some of these stoppers? I think maybe it is. What do you think? Yes? Harrogate to Kingston. That kind of feels like a short one. Maybe the longer distance ones. The Shildon... Let's have a think. Maybe none of the Shildon ones are going to stop at Dawlish Junction. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make that the rule. Shildon to Droitwich is not happening. Shildon to Frome. This is a way to correct our utilisation problem. No bother. Oh god. Get rid of that. Shildon to Lowestoft. That's epic. Once again, we're going to go into these long... Thing is, the more stations I tick off these, actually, the more stable they become. There we go. Dawlish Junction. Shildon to Paignton. Okay. Fine. And Shildon to Shanklin. That Shildon to Paignton one kind of felt like it did need to... Because is that going up through? Shildon to Paignton... I bet that did need to stop at Dawlish Junction, didn't it? Shildon to Shanklin. No, that's fine. But the Shildon to Paignton one... Yeah, that needs to call it Dawlish Junction. That was dumb. What about the other one? Yeah, okay. That I can fix. Whoopsies. Where am I? Gisborough. Yeah, that needs to call. And Oldwood, Gisborough, and then likewise. Yeah, okay, okay. What about the... Maybe I do want the Paynton one to stop here as well. What was it? What is it? Shildon to Droitwich, sorry. Because it's not doing very much. Gisborough. Yeah, maybe this one is. Yeah, okay, Droitwich, Gisborough, and then... Yeah. Yeah, okay, fine. I've fixed that jazz up nicely. Happy? Not too unhappy. Okay, fine. Now the issue is that now resulting in a load of services sat on my lovely express lines? It does. So do I want them to sort of come off here and park anyway? Possibly. We'll see how it works for now. Oh, no, I don't want the slows on the. Let's see. So that local stops, because we know it does. This one doesn't, so I need to go from Gisborough to this signal. No, not to that signal at all. Oh yeah, I just tried to get it to go. I need to go to this signal, which works. Good. And Nottingham, then I wanted to go to this signal here. There. Shildon to Lowestoft. Is this thrilling stuff, everyone? This is the stuff you want, isn't it? This is the really good, entertaining stuff. Gisborough to Nottingham, and we're gonna shove in the signal stop here. Well, it's not a signal stop; it just has to pass this signal, and then on the way back. On the way back, nothing. On the way there, it needs to come through. So Nottingham, and then there. Shildon to Paynton is now stopping at this place, that's fine. Shildon to Shanklin is... What? Weirdly... Oh, I know why that... Okay, fine. Oldwood Junction, add station. Oh, no. Gisborough, and then on the way back, Nottingham. There. Now I have the stuff out of the way that I want. I think the freight flights through here. Could I move the freight to one? No, I'll leave the freight in the fast because I don't think it's quite as frequent. Okay, whew, that was a bit laboured. Sorry, everyone. Oh, there we go. There, no one's chatting to me in the chat. I'm gonna just alt tab this just in case people are saying things and I can't see what you're saying. Next station is Raleigh Great Western. Okay, this station up here, Raleigh Great Western station. Now, is it really overutilized? I don't know if it doesn't seem too bad. There's enough stuff flying through here. This is an old station. Ah, it doesn't look too bad. And if I go then to look at this, what are the numbers? They're all okay. I would say they're all quite small, apart from this one of trains. The local service, which is a joke because I think the Frome Hexham service is a tiny train. How often is that service coming through? Yeah, the Frome. What was it? Where was it? Frome Hexham. Yeah, these trains are tiny. Manage line. No. Don't want to do that. If I do Froome Hexham. It's pretty busy. Still not making any money though. Jeez. I don't understand how a train that is this full is not making any penny. 40 out of 42. Well, I mean... Yeah, do I think the Eastern leg of HS2? Bets are off. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's just being delayed and delayed, which is very frustrating. Because it just means the supply chain loses confidence and everything costs more, and then people get angry about it costing more, and then government loses its confidence, and vicious cycle. Very frustrating. What else we got? Let's really get rest. I don't think there's anything we can do here. Let's leave it to it. Southport. What's wrong with Southport? I think Southport's quite all right. Southport station is no fuss. What? No fuss. There's a bit of a wait for some of the services, but when they land, I think they're fine. I don't think that's an issue. Blackpool. Let's go and have a look at Blackpool up here. Blackpool's a funny one because it's not really much else they can do with Blackpool. What? Okay, sure. There's a lot of services there, but what else? What else could you do with it? I mean, you could widen it again, add an extra platform. I remember we put this bridge in and it was a nightmare. Yeah, me too. I mean, it's very full, which we're going to pick up in 97, 80. Yeah, this is full enough that people are just not catching trains. What? There's Leighton to Stratford, Leighton to Lowestoft. Where are all these people trying to go? They're all trying to go to Shanklin. Oh no, Bungay Junction, weirdly. Yeah, Bungay Junction and Elliotsborough. So they are just generally trying to work their way down the line. Elliotsborough. Huh. Yeah, this is an issue. Why is this an issue? It should be fine. There should be enough. There's so many of those trains. I don't see why they're not just pulling people out and taking them where they need to go. Why is that? Yeah, why is that? It's an express it's about to hammer through. Just enjoy this for a moment. Yeah, train arriving. Is this one gonna stop? The answer is no, it is not. It's very much off. Cheerio. Now, how many people are getting on this train? Leighton to Froome. This is the standard. This is the classic Leighton to Froome. This is the Great Western service going from one end of the former Great Western Railway to the other. And it's filled right up. Good grief. There we go. How busy is this station now? Well, it's just filled up again. It's just even worse now. People. Ugh. Thoughts on a postcard? I don't know what we can do there. Gisborough Victoria. Well, we were at Gisborough Victoria. Well, we've kind of passed over it quite a lot recently. It seemed alright. We hovered over it. Gisborough Victoria. Here's Gisborough Victoria. Pretty well utilised by the look of it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So it's actually, really, it's just operating as a two-platform station. But is it full to the point of causing problems? No, it isn't. So they can move on from that. Lowestoft. Well, we know that Lowestoft is a bit of a headache. It was December 1933. Yeah, we know that Lowestoft is a challenge. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look. So there's a lot that's using these two main flanking platforms and continuing on its merry way. And then we've got the terminating services coming in here. Jim the Chair says if we demolish the station, there won't be any more passengers waiting at it. Yeah, that's Britain in the 20th century's view. What are my thoughts on Packham? My thoughts on Packham are he's a weirdo. When he picked up those grass snakes on that TV programme I watched when I was at my grandparents', it's horrifying. What was he doing? Man's crazy. 1 hour 4. I can't believe how much time is hammered on with this. Right, so There's nothing we can do about that. Overstuffed. Painted. We're kind of working our way through. Painting Central. Painting Central is down here. Is rammed. That's a busy station. Good grief almighty. But there's no blue, which means that it's kind of functioning. Some of those weird through stoppers. So there are quite a few services that do weird stuff through Painting. Yeah, you can see there's quite a lot that kind of comes through at a diagonal. Comes in, then goes back out again. Those services are pretty popular. Yeah, I think this game quite likes the long distance ones. They get busy. Remember I talked about this before. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. And then you've got this sort of the region of the lane to Painting service, which does also look pretty busy. Are these all the ones that go out of? Yes, that's several very busy trains that's arriving in Paint. Yeah, between Matlock and Painton, I think it's really busy, but not so much elsewhere. Anyway, let's see. Bungay Junction, right? Bungay Junction. How is Bungay Junction so busy? This is just this little junction station, and yet it's rammed. It's so busy. You remember the old? There's the old mainline alignment there before it became not the old mainline alignment. There it is from a long time ago now. Yeah, I mean, also it could definitely benefit from having a station canopy, couldn't it? Anyway, maybe we're going to shove in a station canopy. There. So why is this so busy? It's just because everything calls it, isn't it? It's quite well utilised. Not that many platforms, but actually it's quite right. There's a lot of people waiting to go off to Blackpool actually, and Stratford join. Ugh, that's fine. Bungay Junction's fine. Wakefield Southgate. Where am I? Wakefield Southgate. I've got myself turned round. Wakefield Southgate. This station here. Now that is partly because everything's calling through these. You can see the old side of the station and then the new side where they've tried to emulate it, but with new architectural style. Everything's calling through those, but there's not that many services. And how busy is it? Not that busy, so I'm not too worried about that. Stamford Midland. Stamford Midland. There we go. Stamford Midland. There's only 2 platforms for through services. But it's not hugely busy, so again, I'm not worried. There we go. This is the process, folks. And so on and so forth. It doesn't seem too bad for now, so let's move on to the next thing. So first of all, let me get OBS up and go back to the little screen. So we've done, we went down to Stamford Midland, so we've got all these. Let's highlight these all blue, because we've looked at all those ones. Let's go on to the next statistical thingy that we're going to look at, which is, so we looked at that. Let's go into peak waiting passengers 50 plus. So we've got our peak waiting passengers, largest to smallest. Okay, so we're looking at so the ones that we've not, so we've kind of already looked at some of these stations, the ones in blue, so we're not going to look at those again. Bradshaw Great Northern has a lot of people waiting. What service does it now? Okay, so we've got Bradshaw Great Northern, we've got Bradshaw Central, and then we've got this lot, which we're going to make, we're going to highlight orange, and then we've got this lot as well, which we'll maybe have a look at. So there we go. So let's do those and see what that then leads us down to the stuff that's, well, what's over 100 here? Yeah, maybe these as well. These ones. I said above 50, but I'm conscious of time. So let's have a look at all these ones. So we've got the ones in blue. Actually, if they're in blue, let's. No, I can't unfilter by blue. I can only filter by blue. That's fine. No big deal. Just ignore the blue ones. Right. So game face again. Here we go. If you want me to not do this, tell me now. I could do another poll, couldn't I? Oh, you know what? Stuff it. Let's do another poll. I quite enjoyed that. That's a very difficult, badly worded question. None of you are going to know what the answer is. There we are. Poll done. Right, so let's see. So we're going to go straight to Bradshaw Great Northern. Branch of Great Northern Station. So we're not looking at utilization anymore. We're just looking at the number of people who are waiting for a single service. And you can see there's a huge number of people waiting for the Bradshaw to Stratford service. Interesting. Now, are these trains... Let's just... how busy are these trains? Pretty busy, not so busy. Pretty busy, rammed, not so busy. Pretty busy. Oh, that seems fine. Don't know what the fuss is about. Could we make these larger? Perhaps. Is that one way to... You know, could I maybe let's make them nice, the right colour. Could I just add? What is this? Will this help if I do this? Maybe. Make everything very expensive. There we are. Done it. Okay, next one is Bradshaw Central. Also, a lot of people waiting in here for one or more services. A lot of people waiting. Interestingly, these are all dissipated because the stats have changed because time has moved on. These are all fine. So that's fine. Next one is Bury Central. Okay. Interesting. I'd be interested to know if this is rammed out. Let's see. Nope. It's fine. It's dissipated. The traffic's moved on a bit since we did our stats. So, you know, some of these, they've changed a little bit. The previous one hadn't, because obviously I haven't changed services. But this I have changed. You know, the simulations moved on. So some of these have dissipated a bit, which is good. That was Bradshaw Central, Bury Central, Kingston Central. How's Kingston? We haven't been down here for a while. How's Kingston Central doing? Is it rammed? Let's see. 227 people. The stopper between Bradshaw and Lowestoft. Okay. Bradshaw to Lowestoft. Is that the East Coast one? It is, isn't it? So they're as long as they can get. And it is pretty rammed. And yet also it's losing money hand over fist, which I don't understand. I don't know what else we can do with that. That's just doing what it's doing. It is doing what it's doing. Stuck. Can't do anything. Melksham. Melksham? No one is at Melksham. No one uses Melksham Station. It's just... What? Although apparently they do. Good grief. Okay. 300 people are stood waiting for... Where are they off to? They're off to Rugeley. They're off on their way southwards on the Bradshaw to Stratford stopper. Is that one we just extended? We just extended all those trains, so maybe that'll help a little bit. They're not. Are they getting caught somewhere? I mean, there's a lot of stationary trains here, as you can see. Yeah. Things are moving just about. Yeah, the Great Northern Railway has some issues, doesn't it? It really does have some issues. Lowestoft is just the eternal bottleneck. I don't really know how we're going to fix it. The thoughts in the Discord as to how you're going to fix it, but think about what the sort of work that was going on at the time. Maybe those oversubscribed long distance services just need to wait for more modern trains. Yeah, maybe. So that's that. That's Melksham. Hexham. Oh, what's wrong with Hexham? Come on, there's nothing wrong with Hexham, surely. What service is getting rammed out here? Oh, the suburban service. That's interesting. Now. This I can resolve. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do this. So let's pop in. Let's double head and then shove in. What are we going to do? 102 capacity. We're doing it. I'm doing it this way. There we go. That's gonna. Double-headed, nice tank engine pulling a load of that's going to run more smoothly. It's going to fill up with lots of nice passengers. Happy days. That should solve that problem. Hexham, Richmond, Great Northern. Ooh, Richmond. I'm surprised by this because Richmond is Richmond Joint Station that's usually the problem child. There we are. There's Richmond. Here's Richmond Great Northern. Here it is. Here is Richmond Great Northern. Ah, it is rammed. Now, what services are... Whoa. Trains on their way to Bradshaw. Interesting. The Bradshaw to Stratford stopper. Again, it's this one. So we've extended it. There are people suggesting that maybe we need more trains on this one. I just didn't think we did need ones. No, the winner of the poll is people. So the poll was asking whether I should stop doing the statistical stuff. Well, I mean, I was joking because you don't have a choice. I'm going to do the statistical stuff anyway. But for me, this is important for getting the map to run right and also kind of to get it to map reality. Is that whatever? Do in the chat if you're... yeah, I think everyone's quite happy. Yes, the poll is asking whether I should stop doing this. Oh, and everyone's saying no. I presume that means keep doing what I'm doing. Right, yeah, okay, good. I think that's what everyone's saying. That's Rugeley. Again, we've upgraded that service. That might make a difference. Wakefield Great Northern. Wakefield Great Northern, by the way, a station that we very recently spent a lot of the big moulaus on. Here it is. And people are where they want to go. They want to go to Haverhill. On the express service, the Barry to Raleigh Fast Express. That's interesting. There's only one of these. Shall we... Yeah. Oh, not enough money. Let's do that. Yeah. What I like is that I can now do that. I'm doing it. 2. There's going to be another one of those. That's fine. I can do that. I can respond to that. The last 2 now. Rugeley Central. Rugeley Central. Rugeley. Where is Rugeley? Ah, Rugeley. Yeah, Rugeley Central is here. Oh, God, Rugeley Central. Just 2 platforms, isn't it? What are people waiting for? Oh, not too bad. It's fine. And the last was Stratford Joint. Are there huge numbers waiting for trains in Stratford Joint? There is a big person, which indicates yes is the answer. I think this new station is working quite nicely, by the way. This is the big new joint station we built with this nice little square that, because of how the game works, it connects in weirdly. A bit strange. And then there's this I think it's quite a clever platform, this one. 120 people waiting for the Stratford to Southport Express. 112 for the Bradshaw to Stratford Express. Okay. Those are the big numbers, aren't they? What about this one? How many... Ah, no. Do I want to add... Will this help? Well, this is Stratford to Southport. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens to that. Might be creating more congestion. It's a GNER share issue every time the money increases. Yeah. Wait a minute, I'll ask another poll, because these polls are fun. Oh, it's not letting me. Oh, wait. End poll. Oh, someone did say they want me to stop. Oh, I don't know. Let's keep at this. So, let's see. Right, that's that done. This is quick fire. We're going back in here. So, I'm not going to make these blue, because we've done all these. We've looked at all these. Lovely. They're blue. Oh, let's do a different blue, just for the sake of remembering what I've done. Let's do like this blue. They're marvellous. So the next thing we're going to do, bring my telephone up, is we're going to look at... this is a fun one. Stations with an annual usage of less than 100 passengers. Okay, so this is the opposite problem. We're looking at our empty, less than 100 passenger usage. So this is these ones, all these ones here. These little tiddlers, which is it's to here. Yeah. So let's pop this let's pop the orange in here, and then we can work our way down through. So we've got the least used station is Rallytown. I don't think that's surprising anyone at all. Rallytown. Bradshaw Pier is the next least used station. Oh, so for people who like least used stations, this is the list. So number one, in reverse order, Uckfield on the island, actually run by the Western Isles Railway, is the 10th least used. Grange Hill is the 9th least used. Bricklayers the 8th. Hove the 7th. Bodmin Forest the 6th. Swindon Fields the 5th. Biggin Hill Halt, the airport station, is the 4th. And the top 3, North Minard is the 3rd least used. Bradshaw Pier the 2nd least used, and Rallytown the 1st least used, because no one's using it. It's the least used station. So what we're going to do with Rallytown? Well, let's go and have a look, shall we? which is the stuff. And the music has turned appropriate. We're off to Raleigh. Let's do this thing. What are we doing about Raleigh Station? Yeah, what are we doing about Raleigh Station? Let's have a look. What are we doing about it? Let's do this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I think... Is it still counting it as a... Let me also do... Let's go in here. And... Like... There. I'm just... I want to do this as well. Oh, jeez. No. What are you doing? Let's go back to this again. There. I'm just trying to muddy it up because this is a... We demolished this building, didn't we? So I always like to... There, it's better. Demolish the building, so there's nothing there, and they might build something else at the end of it. What else have we got going on here? Should we just what have we got? Let's just do... There we are. Let me just go along here and drag the platform along here like this, and then likewise along here like this. Maybe it's time we just... It's gone. Raleigh Town is gone. There we go. Weirdly, this needs fixing. There. Sort that problem out. Right, lovely. And a very quick pass with the grass. There, lovely. Officially abandoned. Station is gone. Getting to a station without services by train might have been difficult. Well, indeed. Yeah, virtual Jeff Marshall is indeed booking his tickets. Where is virtual Jeff Marshall? Where is he? There he is. There's Jeff. Guy with the top hat. There. We'll never find him again, but there's Jeff Marshall, and he's off to go and have a look at the least used archipelago stations. So Bradshaw Pier. So that was Raleigh Town. Closed. It's gone. It's just closed. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore as a station. They've demolished the building. They've wiped it out. They're keeping the branch line there for now, but there's no expectation that that'll continue to exist really. Next was Bradshaw Pier. So let's head to Bradshaw Pier. Now, why is this still the least used station? And has it picked up? Have the numbers picked up since the tally was done? Let's have a look, shall we? So we have. I mean, it's got some people using it now. 5, 3, Pete, 3, and 3. So that's definitely more used than it was. But it's not great. Current number of passengers. There's no one waiting for any trains. There's no one really. Maybe it's just because they've hopped on. No, they haven't hopped on. Is Noah Edwards still about? No idea. Let's see if there's no way we can find these people. You can't search for people, so there's no way I can find it. I don't know if there's like a debug choice that you could do. Now, are we just going to get rid of this service? Are we just going to get rid of that pier service and stop running it? Or are they going to persevere with it in the hope that eventually it might be used? Thoughts on a postcard? I'm thinking for now they're going to keep running it, actually. North Minehead. Now, North Minehead, is this station busier given that it serves 8? This station should serve the airport, which, by the way, is getting quite a lot busier now. So, that kind of begs the question: how are the people getting to and from? Are they using the tram? Is that what's happening? Is this tram now? Yeah, well, it seems like they might be using the tram. So, this station is one that should be getting busier. This train is just quite full. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Lovely. So I'm just playing around with my... There, the road used to go that way. It's nice. It's the if it's the 30s, replace it with a bus. Yeah, the railways are trying to compete with the buses, so they're going to leave it there for now. I don't know whether I should I extend this round to the actual reach the actual because the bus, here's the bus. Yep, there's your answer. It's the bus that everyone's using. Everyone is already using the bus. The bus is winning on competitiveness. Look at that. Oh, it's got a massive Mercedes-Benz thing on the front. There's a Schneider. It's Schneider, but it's got a big tri-cross thing on the front. Look at that. Very smart. There it is. Oh, bit creepy. Eesh. Minehead Aerodrome. Yeah, the number 14 bus. Oh, what's this on the side? Compagnie Générale de Omnibus, French. Omnibus. Anyway, right. So, someone in the chat made a quip about the knockoff house party. Really cracked me up. Wait, what? Noel. Oh, yeah, there we go. Crikey. Sorry, why? I don't know why this is still taking. Noel Edwards. Noel Edmonds. Noel Edwards. Oh, yeah. Oh, Biggin Hill Halt, all the way over this side of the island. See how quickly we can navigate across with the thing working. Is this stopping here? Oh yeah, it is. No one's getting off. This station. Oh, look at that. Funnily enough, last couple of years, usage has jumped upwards because presumably the popularity of to the point where shall we let's pop in. There we go. Given the popularity of the station, maybe it's oh, actually, you know what? That's a bit weird to the jog. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's be a bit honest to the station's usage. There we go. I like it. So that's actually pretty busy because, again, this is pretty busy. So, nice. Okay. What next? Swindon Fields. We're back over in Bradshaw. Look how quickly we did that navigation. Isn't it joyous? Swindon Fields is this one, isn't it? Swindon Fields. Now, has this become busier in the time that we've been here? It has, actually. Look. 30. So we collected the data in 31. So this is now... So what is it? We collected the data in 30. So it's got a bit more consistent usage, actually. Next is Bodmin Forest. Let's see if Bodmin Forest has picked up any use, because these stations needed a bit of time to bed in. Yeah, it has. Look, it's definitely climbing. Okay, bit of optimism there. Hove. Both Grange and Hove are a bit of an issue, but are these now being used? They are. There's a steady... That to me looks like a steady upward trend. Again, bit of a steady upward trend. Happy with those two? Okay. Yeah, bricklayers we were at a second ago, weren't we? And I didn't actually look at it, but here's bricklayers. Here's bricklayers now with a hell of a monoboom. Look at that monoboom. Yeah, consistent usage in around. Okay, it's not massive, but it's enough to justify. This is sort of this line out to Oldwood Junction anyway. It all seems to be working. All right. We're going to ignore the Western Isles Railway. Stratford Ferry. Now. Stratford Ferry. So this is this little railway line here, and it's chuffing along with this little tank engine. There we are. I mean, 9 people. What is detail? The finances. Finances are. It's not great. So what we're going to do manage this vehicle. We're gonna. There's 2 of them. Well, firstly, we're gonna sell the railway company. Are gonna sell that. They're also gonna. Oh, they're gonna get rid of one of the coaches, and they're gonna. What else they're gonna do? They're gonna look to put in these 2, and they're gonna demolish. Demolish these. There we go. And also these. There we go. And so let's go in. Just to really pull back the. There we go. Marvellous. Just to bring down the costs of these, because it's just not getting used very much. So they're going to bring down the cost of that station quite a lot. What's the actual ferry service? How much? Not many people. Finances of the ferry, it's just not competing anymore. It's just making a tremendous loss. What's it operating? It's this. How many people are using it? It really has dropped. You can see, I mean, it had its peak in the 20s and then it's dropped away. I presume by the expresses. The express services have just rendered it as an option, just not useful. So I think the days of this service might be numbered, I'm afraid, everyone. They might be numbered. So anyway, they've stripped the station right back to the absolute minimum. The absolute minimum. Wait a minute, how long is our train that we're running along here, by the way? Oops. This train, how long is it? Length 33 meters. Shall we yeah, well, they're gonna do it. It's just a glorified halt now. Nothing but the bare minimum. Nothing but the bare minimum. So let's see if that yeah, the railway company is still going to run it, but there we go. Smaller, faster boat be effective? I don't think there really is a smaller, faster boat. What condition is this in? It's in alright condition. Smaller, faster boat. Small. It is small. A bit faster. I don't know if that is that a passenger? No, it's staying at this boat. The cost of replacing it, they're just going to leave it. Okay. So that's that. What's the next place we're heading to? Abstract Ferry, Morecambe Pier. Okay. Morecambe Pier. Theoretically was going to be popular with the, here's Morecambe Pier. You'd expect this station to be popular with the, with holiday makers. Its thing is, it is pulling consistent numbers, but it is in decline. It is in decline. Compared to the big numbers, it does look like there's a general trend of decline. You know what they can do? Well, they're going to leave it for now, but it's not looking great. Not looking great for the station. I think what they might do is no, they'll leave it. They'll leave it. They'll leave it for now. Morecambe Pier, Ely Harbour. So there's Droitwich. Let's go up to Ely Harbour. Here's Ely. It's interesting to call it Ely Harbour because it's actually, that's the pier. So first of all, let's rename this to Ely Pier. So that's their effort. Advertising was always a chance, so they're going to rename it to Ely Pier to try and bring in the punters. There we are. How many people are using it now? Have the numbers turned around a bit? To be fair, it looks like it has surged a little. There's more people arriving, unloading. So maybe there's a bit of respite for Ely Pier station for now. Next, we're going to Chesterfield Pier. So if you remember Chesterfield Station, Chesterfield is up here at the end of the South Western Joint Railway, and there's this little doodad through here. Now, who's using this station? Well, it turns out some people are using it every now and then. Okay, it's not great numbers, to be honest. at all. Let's see how it goes, but that's... Yeah, the BSNWR, they're going to keep it open, but those numbers are looking worrying. I did just put a piece of chocolate in my mouth, don't worry about that. I'm going to have some water as well. I've got a very dry mouth. I've been talking a lot. Oh, Bishopsgate is empty. Bishopsgate. Now, do you remember Bishopsgate Station? That's down in Bradshaw. Bradshaw. Have these two joined up yet? And they're getting there. They're getting very close. Which is just on the threshold where Bishopsgate Station is. There's Bishopsgate. Ah, the numbers have peaked. It's climbing. That looks pretty well used to me. Fine. Kroll. Oh, golly. Now, Kroll Station is huge. Massively oversized for the number of services that use it. Remember, they expanded it massively for the joint, and then Lowestoft built, and then they changed their mind again. Here we are. Now, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to just... What services are actually running into Kroll? 3. Stopper, Suburban. There never seems to be any congestion in here. What are they going to do about it? Oh, I suppose I know what they could do about it. Got some services. Okay, yeah. Right. That's running into 2, so let's put that into 6. Yep, lovely. Let's put... what are these? Stopper, Stratford, Morecambe. Let's put these into 5. And 4. No, why are you moaning? Oh, there's a waypoint that it's not happy about. Then put Morecambe into 5. That's the same issue, of course it is. If I get rid of that waypoint, does that solve the problem? Does appear to, doesn't it? Lovely. Now, if I do the same with... Oh, yeah, let me just get rid of that. Okay. If I do the same with this one. And then put this into 5. And that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Because then what I can do is this. I can actually just... Station got big, so what they can do, well, they're just going to pull up the tracks for now. It's fairly harmless, not going to cause too much pain. Yeah. And also maybe... Oh, actually, they wouldn't demolish this one about... Oh, I can't... you know what, they're going to demolish... Demolish that little platform too. There we are. Now I'm just going to pull up these now. What I need to do to get that to look right, so it doesn't look a bit crazy, but marvellous. 14, full blast. Well, actually not full blast, let's go for half blast. There we go, that's that, and then... There, marvellous, lovely. What do I want? I kind of want like a rock. Oh, ballast. Kind of want like a rock maybe to... No. Gravel. Of the platform we just demolished. A bit of that. And then also a little bit of like the old asphalt, I think. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need is to have some water where I had the. Water where they filled in the. There, that looks right to me. And then I just need to bulldoze this lot. Gone, 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 gone. Ah, dang it. There, and then just kind of make sure the same on this side. Yeah, lovely. Get rid of this crossover and. There. Oh, what do you think of that? Sizable demolitions at Kroll. There we are. There. Kroll Station. Substantially reduced in size. But it is still getting decently used, so, you know. Well used. Droitwich Town. Oh yeah, Droitwich Town. Surely Droitwich Town is going to kick the bucket now. Droitwich Town is the former Droitwich station, which I think has one service in it, which is the Droitwich to Southport service, which we can definitely manage line. Droitwich Town, we can definitely switch that to Droitwich Victoria. Where are we going to put this? Maybe put it into 5? Let's change this to a different colour so I can sort of see where I'm putting it. That was a dreadful choice of colour. Oh yeah, no, we definitely want this to not be in 5. We want it to be down in like platform 1 or something like that. Maybe platform 3. Quite a few expresses seem to be in there. Oh no, let's put it in 2. There. And we're just gonna. What we're gonna do with actually, yeah, what we're gonna do with it is the BS and WR aren't messing around. They're just gonna kibosh it. Are they going to leave the former building there, maybe? Oh, damn it. I feared as much, but, oh well. Go. For all of you who are here for the old landscaping trick, to just make this look, just to make it kind of look, there we are. Actually, I just want to smooth this out, I think. There. And let's get some asphalt and 14 for the platforms. There, and oh, I'm going to make exactly the same mistake, aren't I? Ballasted and there. Now are any other services relying on the? I think some appear to be, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, so we don't want to entirely get rid of that. That's that. They just entirely got rid of it. It's gone. Now, can I just put a road? Can I plonk a road straight into here? They're just gonna... Or should we just leave it for now and see what appears? Yeah, let's just see what appears. Now... Yeah, let's just leave that as well. Occasionally you did see a little spur like that left, so we're gonna, you know, like a... That's it. Next track remodelling will sort it out, but for now it's fine. Oh, they'll build on it. It'll be ugly. Yeah, I know, right? I'm at peace for it with it. So this little station building is just going to stay here. I love that they've... What is it? This is Droitwich Town. Old station. There we are. That's what that is. Stuff's going to build up behind there. It'll be marvellous. I look forward to it greatly. So let's see what happens. Track's lifted. Boom. What time is it? Oof. We've still got 24 of you watching. This slow news. Hendon Pier. We're going to Hendon Pier. Oh, golly, yeah. Ashbourne and Hendon Pier. These are two... Actually, Ashbourne Pier is... it's just off this list, actually. Hendon Pier is over here. It is. And let's see how many people are in this train. 6. I mean, some people are using it. How big is the train? There's not many. Well, for starters, they're gonna oops. I want to replace it. I just want to modify it. Tiny little train, just a tiny little doodad. And what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here? I'm thinking. 14 and let's leave it as it is. Or are we gonna? The thing is, it's quite a proud and well-established building, isn't it? Are we gonna disband the service? If we disband the service, the ferry service stops being a thing. How many people actually use the ferry now? I mean, the numbers have surged a bit in recent years, and then they've dropped down again. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think the numbers are big. It shuttles back and forth. Yeah, that was Hendon Pier. Where have we got to? Bristol. Bristol Station is on this list. Now, why might that be? If we go to Bristol Station, here it is. Now, there is a bus service that runs through here that I presume is doing alright for itself, and that's why... Yeah, I mean, it really is. Crikey. Okay. Manage vehicle. These are all rammed. They're all rammed. Let's, what's the... this... How frequent... 31 rate. I'm going to go with, Don't crash now. Oof, can you imagine if it did? Ugh. The bus service is going from strength to strength. Meanwhile, the railway appears to be dwindling. Numbers aren't great. Ignore what happened there. Orpington had problems. So, what are we going to do about this? Well, I think what we're going to do about this is the railway company like, well, I mean, we're not going to run... Not going to run at a loss, so they're going to try and minimise the size of the service. So first things first, let's just... How busy are these trains? So they're not too bad. We're going to sell this train. This was happening in the 30s, by the way. The decline of the railways did not start in the post-Second World War years. There were closures and tightening up and fixing. A lot before that. So there's that. We've done that. Made it smaller. So what we can do now as a result of that is get rid of that. And I can obviously then go back here and do my ballast thing. There we go, and get rid of that, and also that. And that. And essentially what they can do is then go in here and kibosh. There we go. It's gone. There we are, Bristol. Level crossings. Yeah, there's a level crossing here. There it is. Now reduced to a miniaturized doodad. Oh, you know what we can do is also get rid of this signal. No need for that signal there. There you are. Let's see what that does to the numbers. The railway company think they're onto blinder. They've reduced the size of the service and they'll accommodate the number of people. And you know it doesn't matter that there's half as many trains. People will just wait longer, right? Estuary Ferry. Estuary Ferry is miles away. It's down here. It's between Gisborough and Ely. Now, this service basically the only point of this train, the only point of this station is to serve. I mean, it's picked up. They're gonna wait. It's picked up. It's to serve the Estuary Ferry, which is actually on the main road between Gisborough and. It's like one of the main roads between. It's kind of the main road between Bradshaw, Shildon, and Shanklin. Actually, it's the shortest road route with a ferry on it. The alternative is that you come right when you drive up around the top, and then you disappear off that way. There's no road along the causeway there. So this is the kind of the main route, which was it's a thing. Need to fix the lines. Oh yeah, in Bristol you mean? It doesn't seem too unhappy. Why is it not unhappy? Let me just click this and then click on this. No, it's fine because it's going to come through one way, Orpington, then come back through the other way. No problem. It's happy. The next one, Donnell Wood. No one cares for this extra station that got built up at this huge station they built up in between Haverhill and. No one's using it. They are though. It's peaked. It's getting busier. Okay, they're going with it. They're happy to wait for it. Leave it as a thing. Donald, the last one on this list, on our little list here, is South Ellesmere. This is our extra little. This is down here. This is this station. Now let's see if this is getting any usage. Yeah, massive upwards trend, epic usage, no bother. Good stuff. Right, that's our list of least used stations and what we need to do with them. So next on the list, I told you this is stuff to go on. Right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to move into 1934. No, we're not. We're going to keep travelling. So we've done that. Relative costs. So we're now going to go to the expensive stations. Relative cost above 100%. And we're just going to look at the stations that we haven't looked at already. So relative cost. To do that, let's go back to my miniaturized face. Back to the data. Stations. Right, relative cost. So this is the average for the company. So nice little count if here to look at the owner. So it then averages all the numbers. So as a sum if, essentially it gives me an average of the. So you can see there's two numbers here. There's 56728 and there's 42185. The average station maintenance cost. So actually the BS and WR, the GNER spend more on average on their stations than the BS and WR. But that gives you an average cost, and so anything above that average cost. So if we're looking at anything that costs above the average, so if we go to relative costs, or largest to smallest, all of these stations here are ones that cost. These are all ones that cost above the average. And if I go up to above 2 times the average, there aren't that many. There's just these here. So that we've got Shildon Victoria is one of them, and Raleigh Joint is the other. Now. And Shildon Metropolitan. These are the 3 that we're going to look at. So let's just highlight these 3 so I know to look at those. Those 3 I don't think there's anything we can do about those, but let's go and have a look anyway. Let's go and have a look anyway. Let me go to this and then press this button here. So we're first going to go up to Shildon Victoria. Happy days. Lovely Shildon Victoria. This huge station down here. Now, is there anything we can do about it? Is there anything we can do about it? Well, it's a very busy station. I mean, I say that. The busyness has sort of dropped and stabilised a little bit, which is interesting. But it's, you know, it's a big grand terminus station. I don't think we need to, yeah, in terms of utilisation, you know, these, oh, there are 2 platforms that are just not being used. That's interesting. That is interesting. Now, can I put anything on those? No, I can't because they're just suburban ones. That's interesting. So actually this station is 2 platforms too large. Now, is there anything we can do about that? I suppose... think about shrinking it this way. Well, we've got some redundancy. We might well want more services. That would allow more... coming out of there and up there would allow... That allows a connection, and that actually allows more potential future suburban services. So I'm not going to write those off yet. So that's Shildon Victoria. Next is Raleigh Joint. Did I actually highlight those stations we did earlier, by the way? I don't know. I did I? Damn, my system's breaking down. Let me go back to what I was doing. Usage, smallest to largest. Yeah, we looked at all of these. All of those. I'm going to go for a different blue. A light blue. Nice. Sorry. Don't mind me, I'm just rearranging playing in the background. Yes, sorry. Next, Raleigh Joint. Right on the other side of the map. Aided by... or sort of... It's got this... I'm curious to know how popular this... Not hugely yet. But there is an airport just above it. You know, there's an airstrip. Cleasby Aerodrome, as it's called. My eyes are getting tired. Make it one super wide platform. Yeah. Hi, Beskuckelhausen. Hi. We're doing, this is big stats. I don't know how boring this has been for you catching up, presumably at like 1.5 speed, but we're going through basically every single station and understanding how well it's been used and what we can do with it. Beskuckelhausen loves this type of stuff. Yeah, I have to say I'm a sucker for this because it builds, for me, it builds kind of the investment I have in each of these individual stations. The more of a story each station has, the more I kind of get reluctant to do anything to it, which then makes the game feel more realistic as you play it. So we're at Raleigh Joint. The problem this has is, again, it's a very expensive station, but if we look at it, it's pretty, you know, it's got a decent spread of services in terms of usage, actually gently declining. I won't worry too much about that. Yeah, you can see it was built, and then it's sort of gently declined since first being built. But it's a big joint station. It's serving a useful purpose, and it's sat. It's one of the last bastions of Great Northern Railway architecture. Actually, you can see it's got the Great Northern Railway architectural style, and it's also serving a rapidly growing Raleigh. You know, Raleigh is a big city. It's got 2 pretty big stations. The old town station, by the way, as you saw, Beskuckelhausen, RIP. I don't know what's going to happen to that. Whether they haven't dug up the tracks and like what's happened down at Droitwich. I wonder if they'll. Yeah, who knows? They might well get rid of this signal. Yeah. Yeah. So, let's see. Oh, there we are. This is the extremely good stuff. Downscaling, right-sizing service, creating stories for services in cities. Here we go. Downscaling crawl was the best. Barely ever used. Once Grand Station gets massively downscaled. Yeah, big time. Surprised I didn't remove or downscale the 2 huge buildings. Yeah, well, it's true, but there's an element of prestige with crawl because it was the headquarters. Not really the headquarters. It was like the home of the Great Northern Railway. There's a reluctance for them to demolish those buildings. Might as well keep track grassed over forever instead of breaking up. Well, you would think that, wouldn't you? But we didn't do that in this country. We did it this time, actually. It was later in the 20th century where it was like thought there was just no possible use for these tracks. So that's Raleigh Joint. I don't really know what else. I don't think there's anything we can do at Raleigh Joint. It's the size it needs to be. It's big because it's, you know, popular, frankly. What I might do is... how far is that going that way? If I just go in here... Now, is this going to work? If I do this, will this do anything? Oh, yeah, nice, it has. Yeah, I'm all up for that. Nice. Nice. Just a little extra entrance there. Little, like, shifty side entrance, which means I'm going to do this. Yep. And I'm then going to do this. Ugh. There, nice. Lovely. Okay, what's next then? Shildon, Metropolitan. We're going back, all the way back across the map to Shildon. There we go. I've got half your RAM per square kilometre, but it seems to be running much more smoothly. I think the RAM plus the update has made quite a difference. So here's Shildon Metropolitan. Here it is. What? Let me just double check something. So I've got. Yeah, let's get moving. Yeah. So here we are. So Shildon Metropolitan. Now the issue with Shildon. What is the issue with Shildon? It's got two. The thing is, it's got these basically two stations with through running tracks in the middle. It is a big station, but it kind of has to be because it's got a lot of stuff running through it, and it's a very well used station. Like it's just a very stable. Like it's just a very consistently busy station. So you know what? Damn it, it is going to be expensive to run and maintain. And actually, the buildings aren't that massive. Okay, cool. So that's Shildon Metropolitan. So that's those. Okay, so what's the next statistical thing we're going to look at? It's nearly 1934, folks. Yeah. What do you mean brutalist carbuncle, Alfonso Lapulce? You mean stunning brutalist example of optimistic futuristic architecture? I'm a big brutalist fan. Yeah, I'm one of those. True to type, I suppose. Right, the data. So we've done that. We can colour those in random blue colour. This is getting really nutsy for anyone who hates colour. There we go. I don't normally do my spreadsheets this colourful, by the way. I've just decided to go absolutely all out. The hell with it. The next bit of statistical jiggery-pokery we're going to look at is the cost per passenger. Cost per passenger. So this is a funny one. So this is to do with how. So this is the average for the company. This is just basic. So this relative cost is just based on station size on average, whereas the cost per passenger is more of a relationship between the cost of the station and how many passengers are using it. So let's go for smallest. No, let's go. So the cheapest station, by the way, Stratford Joint, by far, and these other ones we've looked at, you know, Shepshed. Weirdly, Shepshed. I presume that's because it's quite intensively used, but not very big. Chesterfield, Great Northern, actually. Haverhill also. Yeah, there we go. But the other end of the spectrum, largest to smallest. Well, Raleigh Town is obviously nuts, but we've just deleted. We can basically just delete that because it's gone. So now let's have a look. So these two are seriously problematic, which is Bradshaw Pier and North Minehead are very expensive per passenger, but there's nothing we could do about that, really. Big Inn Halt, that's quite expensive for the number of passengers, but the passengers have climbed a little bit on those. Swindon Fields, Bricklayers, these are all the Met stations, really. Crowell, obviously quite high, but we've just solved that by bulldozing a lot of the station. You can all see this, can't you? Yeah. Bodmin Forest, oh crikey, I'm getting to the point where I need to actually wrap up. Bodmin Forest, there is alright. Hove, so it's all these ones we've kind of already looked at. Frome, though, Frome is pretty expensive per passenger head. So let's go and have a look at Frome, because we haven't looked at Frome yet. Let's go and have a look at Frome. I don't know how many other... Oh, wait, I need to OBS. Click the button. There we are. There we go. Frome is up at the top of the map. Other top of the map. I'm rotating my mouse around a lot. Here's Frome. Frome is a massive station because it's the end of the Great Western. It was built as a grand edifice to celebrate the idea of the railway arriving up in the north. What was quite a busy harbour town, I presume, ain't anymore. In fact, there's nothing using this harbour anymore. It's just not used, which is interesting. Yeah, just... Oh, it is used. There we go. That's what I was expecting to see. It's just no one uses it. So there used to be a busy harbour, and it isn't anymore. If I do charts, I mean, it's not even recording the data. Never mind. Yeah, I was going to say the Raleigh Town obviously is going to have an essentially infinite cost per passenger when there are 0 passengers. Too true. So what are we going to do with this? So this is also the office. There's some offices of the former Great Western. So the BS&WR will have some regional offices in these buildings. You know, they'll be in here. What can they do about it? Well, do you think maybe they can sell the buildings off? You know what? That's what's going to happen here. We're going to do that. They're going to sell the space for these buildings off on the hope that a tenant comes in and they can make some money back off the. So they're actually demolishing those with the plan that someone will come in. So let's just what colour are we going to go with for these? I'm going to go for some muddy colour. There we are. There, muddy colour, and they've just demolished them. But they've been nice, and they've cleared all the debris away so that any future tenant that comes in and builds stuff can... yeah, Besquicklehausen, they absolutely would. Yeah, they'd lease out station building, and because this game doesn't emulate it, I'm going to do something slightly different, which is actually just bulldoze the space in the hope that the game will put some industrial buildings there or something like that, and that'll perhaps sort of emulate it a bit. A bit of sand, because this is a bit sandy. It is a bit of a yeah. There we are. Because this is next to the sea, so I'd expect the soil to be a bit sandy. There we go. Let's see who pops up and builds there. So that's a bit of a reduction in cost. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah. Also, what have we got any? I mean, it's getting used a bit, so we'll see. I mean, it's getting used more now than it used to be, but it's certainly not. It's not a big busy one. Yeah, you've got to kind of play around with the way that... So, yeah, the reality is those buildings would have stayed up and they'd have just leased them out. But in this situation, to be fair, this is more like the modern day, where they just demolish the buildings, they sell the land off, demolish the buildings, and it gets redeveloped, right? It's very, very 90s-y, very 80s, 90s, and 2000s-y. Little bit less now. Yeah, it might put regular houses in. That's fine. Yeah, it looks like houses will go in. I'm at peace with that. That's fine. Yeah. Cool. Oh, okay. So that was Froome. So what stations have I got left then? Let me go back to OBS and go small face. I've got to wrap up in like 5 minutes because I've got to then pack and run and get a train down to London. Fun times, train times. So that's Froome, which we're going to colour in this colour like... no. Let's just make it this blue. Yeah, fine. What's the last statistic that I'm going to look at? So, oh yeah, platform lengths. So, smallest to largest. I think we've looked at all the... Yeah, we've pretty much looked at all the small platform length. So this is really for some of the stations that I'm interested in, the ones that have a mixture of platform lengths. Why do they have that? Is there anything that could be done to resolve that, to make that work better? Ashbourne Pier has... a mixture. Oh yeah, Ashbourne Pier. We haven't actually looked at Ashbourne Pier. So there are some other stations here. What we're going to do next time, we're going to look at the remainder of these stations. We're going to push on and look through some time. I've got some other things I need to do before we wrap up. So let's do those. So we're going to come back to this stats and do a little bit more stats next episode, but there'll be a mixture of things next episode as well, as we push through the 30s, because it wouldn't all happen at once anyway, would it? So let's go back to game face. Go back to game. And push on with some time. We're going to move into 1934. Did we get any new stuff in 1934? We do not. Okay, fine. Now, my list of bits and pieces I need to do is... We're going down to Mayborough. Because you might have looked... at my map at the start, you might have seen that Mayborough also has a town next to it called... I think it's called Godlington, actually. Where is it? It will be Godlington, I presume. Oh, Godlingston. There we are. Godlingston. So this station is going to get renamed. It's going to get renamed to Mayborough and Godlingston because it's got a bit larger and it's really two towns next to each other. Mayborough, Godlingston, and then up here I think there's another town altogether. Is what is it? Finchley. Yeah. So there we go. So just wanted to rename that. Stations, particularly suburban stations, got renamed quite a bit. So that happened. So that's an example. The next thing I'm going to do is go up to Stamford Great Northern. Yes, Stamford Great Northern. And because the GNER is also... We're going up to Stamford. Here's Stamford. The GNER is also wanting to get in on the act a little bit of... This is Stamford Great Northern. This is now going to get called Stamford and Tinswell. Now, why is it getting called Stamford and Tinswell? Well, it's getting called Stamford and Tinwell. Not Tinswell, sorry. Tinwell. Because we're about to build a new... station building over this side. We're going to build a new concourse, just a little one. There we are. Yeah, it's going to go. What's it going to go? It's going to go. I don't think they're going to emulate this. Oh, maybe they will. No, I don't think so. I think what they might do is just do something like this, and then maybe a couple of buildings either side of it. And then they're going to renew all of the canopies. Put some new canopies in. There we go. Some slightly snazzier buildings going on there. Because this development over here is kind of grown up. This is the village of Tinwell, I think. Tinwell, yeah. And so they need to connect into the network, so that's what's happening. Grade is high for a new development. I know, right? It's a bit nuts. But this game is also a bit nuts, so c'est la vie. Too close, too far away. Both. There we are. Marvellous. And now I'm just going to have to make this work somehow. Like this. Hooray! And also... Hooray! There we are. And I want to smooth this out because it's bonkers. There we are. And do that. And that. Lovely. There. New entrance built. Quite pleased with that. Very nice. There we are. We've done quite a lot of stuff there. That's the new Stamford and GNR Stamford and Timwell. And this one down here is still Stamford Midland. There. I quite like that. GNR. Doing its thing. Actually, in the process, they're going to rename this from Stamford Midland to Stamford Meadows. Because this area down here used to be big and green and grassy, and it's been built on, but they're calling it Stamford Meadows now. So you've got Stamford Meadows and Stamford and Timwell. There we are. There we are. There's Stamford doing its thing, and what look like quite a few buses, I presume, roaring back and forth, with queues behind. Lovely. Oh, and we're at February 1934 already. Already getting halfway through the 30s. Let's pause for a moment and save Feb 34 before it crashes. What was that? It's 2 and 34. And let's just call this, what are we going to call it? Stats Galore. Stats Galore 1, because the next one's probably going to be Stats Galore 2, right? Oh. Right, yes, I'm off to Londinium in literally 10 minutes, so I need to go and pack and also find clothes, etc. It's been fun, everyone. It's been really lovely. I've enjoyed this one. We've got more stats to do, but next time I can give you some teasers. But it's 1934, which means politics is going to happen. Some big swinging politics that's going to make some big change, which is going to cause headaches, big headaches for the railway. So stay tuned for that. Fun shit in 1935, says Besquicklehausen. Yeah, I know, right? I am looking forward to that. We have done some things. I'm pleased about those. But there are some depressing things that are going to happen in 1934. And the railway is going to have to react to that. So let's see. Stay tuned to see what happens, is all I can say. I go miniaturise Big Face for a bit. Look, it's me. I mean, it's not that bright in person. But anyway, here's me waving. You can see the little Lego Permanent Way team behind me. I'm waving. And... Thanks for being with us, everyone. Cheerio!